Welcome to this explainer of the Little Otter Guide to Starting a UK Online Business. If you've been dreaming of setting up shop but find yourself drowning in a sea of confusing jargon, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're completely stripping away all that confusing terminology. We're going to focus strictly on the essential steps for new sellers and get your shop launched in plain, simple English.
Look, I totally get it. There's this unique mix of excitement and, frankly, absolute jargon-induced dread that most new sellers feel when staring down the barrel of business setup. Words like sole trader, VAT, or distance selling, they can kind of make you want to just snap your laptop shut and walk away. But don't. Setting up a business isn't actually that complicated when you break it down into bite-sized pieces, and that is exactly what we're doing right now.
Okay, let's look at our roadmap. 1. Figuring out the basics. 2. Costs and proper pricing. 3. Setting up your shop. 4. The legal pages explained. 5. Tax and record keeping. And finally, 6. Habits for trusted businesses. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Figuring out the basics, ideas and setup.
So before you go out and build some fancy website or buy massive amounts of stock, you really need an official structure. You essentially have two choices when starting out: sole trader or limited company. Being a sole trader basically means you and your business are legally the exact same thing. You get to keep the profits, but you're also personally on the hook if something goes wrong. A limited company, on the other hand, is its own separate legal entity. It gives you more protection, sure, but it also comes with way more paperwork. Honestly, for the essential steps of just getting off the ground, the sole trader route is usually the simplest way to begin. You can always upgrade to a limited company later on.
Moving right along to Section 2, Costs and Proper Pricing, Doing the Math.
This is where so many new business owners accidentally stumble. They set their prices before they actually understand their running costs. You've got domain and hosting fees, the cut your marketplace or payment provider takes, and of course marketing. Oh, and if you're selling physical items, please never underestimate packaging. Boxes, inserts, endless rolls of packing tape, it adds up remarkably fast. Plus, your time is a real cost too. All of these hidden fees will quietly eat your entire profit margin if you ignore them when you're setting your prices.
And here's a crucial reality check. Free delivery is an absolutely incredible marketing tool, but let's be real, it's an illusion. It isn't actually free. You have to build those shipping materials and postage fees directly into your baseline price. If you don't account for this up front, every single order you ship out for free is literally just money leaking straight out of your own pocket.
All right, Section 3. Setting up your shop. Where and how.
Listen, you absolutely do not have to build some highly complex website on day one. You basically have three main options. You've got your own website, which gives you total control, but you have to find all your own traffic. Then you have marketplaces like Etsy or Amazon, which come with built-in customers, but they charge platform fees. And finally, social selling on places like Instagram or TikTok. A genuinely great low-risk path for new sellers is to prove people actually want to buy your product on a marketplace first. Then, once you know it sells, you can invest in building your own dedicated website later.
And keeping your setup simple actually builds a ton of trust. You really just need consistent branding, a short about page so people know who they're buying from, and a totally seamless checkout process. But you want to know your absolute secret weapon? Honest photos and crystal clear descriptions. They literally answer customer questions before the customer even has to ask. That saves you a massive amount of time replying to messages, and it leads directly to more sales.
Next up, Section 4. The legal page is explained, distance selling.
Okay, take a deep breath because we're going to break down these highly intimidating legal pages. Every single UK website selling to customers needs these four things: terms and conditions, a privacy policy, a cookie policy, and a returns policy. I know, they sound scary, but genuinely, they're just clear, honest explanations of the basic rules of buying from you and how you handle customer data. They protect you just as much as they protect the buyer.
Now, the most important concept in UK online selling comes down to a magic number: 14. Distance selling just means the customer isn't standing right there in front of you when they buy. And when that happens, the UK Consumer Contracts regulations automatically kick in. This means customers get an automatic 14-day cooling-off period where they can cancel their order for absolutely no reason at all. Once they cancel, they then have 14 days to return the item to you. And once you finally get it back, you guessed it, you have 14 days to refund it.
And here is a surprising little fact that catches out so many new online business owners. If a customer returns an item just because they changed their mind, you almost always have to refund what they originally paid for standard delivery, not just the item price.
Now, if they paid extra for a speedy next-day delivery, you only have to refund the standard cheapest option, but you still have to refund that base shipping cost. So again, you absolutely must build this possibility into your pricing from day one.
Okay, moving to Section 5, Tax and Record Keeping. Don't panic.
Let's shatter the confusing terminology around tax right now, okay? Are you selling things to actually make a profit rather than just clearing out some old stuff from your attic? If yes, and your income is over the small trading allowance, you simply need to tell HMRC you exist. That's it. You just register as self-employed. It's a totally free form that protects you from major headaches later on. Then, once a year, you just fill in a self-assessment tax return listing what you earned and what you spent. Simple.
So what about VAT? Value-added tax is a tax added to goods and services. But here's the essential takeaway for new sellers. Most small businesses trade for years before this ever becomes relevant. You only need to register for VAT when your total sales, and remember, that's total sales, not your profit, pass a specific government threshold in a 12-month period. So please do not sweat VAT on day one. Just keep a close eye on your total sales as you grow.
And of course, all of this relies on keeping good records. But that doesn't mean buying some expensive, fancy accounting software. It really just means holding on to proof of money coming in and money going out. Just save your sales records, your refund receipts, and the receipts for your stock and platform fees. Honestly, a basic, honest weekly spreadsheet is totally enough to get you started. The whole trick is simply making it a regular habit.
Finally, Section 6, Habits for Trusted Businesses, Staying on Track.
To build a business that people actually trust and want to keep coming back to, you need strong daily rhythms. Implementing these simple habits prevents massive headaches down the road. For starters, the very first thing you should do is separate your business and personal bank accounts immediately. Seriously, do not mix your money. Beyond that, save every receipt, check your actual profit rather than just looking at your sales numbers, and reply to customer messages quickly and honestly. Doing this consistently builds absolute confidence in your operation, order by order.
So there we have it. We've stripped away the jargon, you know how to price for profit, you know the magic number 14 for returns, and you know tax registration is really just a simple form. You have all the essential steps to launch. But here is the real question I want you to walk away with today. Now that all the administrative excuses are gone, what is the unique problem your new business is going to solve for the world tomorrow?